Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. I am Titan and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Now, with every other episode of this series thus far, we have been on the PlayStation 4 version of Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, and now we are just on the base Dark Souls 2 on the PC, and the reason for that is I was going through the game yesterday, well, I say yesterday, the 27th of October, and, well, unfortunately, the game decided to crash in the middle of autosaving, which is not exactly optimal. So I booted up my save on the PC version, and lo and behold, the strength build that I have poured about, I'm going to say 40 hours into creating, was still on my file. So yeah, we're going to be using that today, and we are going to be opening up with the King's Ultra Greatsword, a fantastic weapon that whenever I attack someone with it, it does extra durability damage. So, shall we get into the arena fights? I think we shall. In the event that any of the waiting times for the next fight take a bit too long, I will enforce the power of editing. Oh look, I see someone who deserves an ultra greatsword even, being shoved right down their throat. Come on my friend, you might be a filthy hexer, I might have an ultra greatsword, I'm going to be victorious here and I'm almost going to fall off the edge. And that's a lot of R1. That is a lot of R1. Come on, my friend. I have the magic pixel of health. You are about 3 shots from death, and what? What? I dodged the black balls. He didn't use an R1. I dodged the black balls. How did I die? Okay then. I'm not exactly happy with that result, but in the event that we get him on the next fight, I hope that we can change the result of that. Also, I have some urns of darkness and some coins which can turn me into the friendliest pot or the friendliest cage in the universe. Ah, hello Quasar. Yet again, we fight, and I'm going to, hopefully this time, I'm going to take my Ultra Greatsword, open your jaw, and force feed it to you, and you have got the unfriendly black balls of death. Kind of an issue, but nonetheless, I am going to try to be victorious in this fight. And now the backstabbing circle jerk begins. I was really hoping that that would just barely catch his ass, and it does seem like he has invested rather heavily. Oh man, that hurt! He has invested rather heavily into the intelligence side of things. I'm going to turn into a pot or a cage and retreat. Okay, it's now raining arseholes. Leave me alone, I'm a poor friendly hot. Poor friendly hot. I'm a poor friendly pot. You're asking me to have mercy. You're the one who needs to have mercy. Put the black balls away and get a real weapon. Nice, a Hollow Soldier cosplay. I haven't seen a cosplayer in the arena in quite some time. Hello there. So, I am using your King's Ultra Greatsword. I don't know how you feel about that. Clearly it means I have murdered your king, and yeah, I've committed an act of regicide. But you're now on the floor, and yeah. So I don't really know how to go about this fight, as we are both playing rather defensive, and we are only going in for the hit when we can both guarantee a hit, and even then it's suspect. One thing I do have to say that I love about this game is the sheer fact that you can use your rolling R1 so late after the roll has actually finished, and you are not yet deceased, my hollow soldier friend. I don't believe that you can parry the Ultra Greatsword attacks. I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. Moving on. I'm just going to point out the fact that when I'm on the PlayStation 4 version of Dark Souls 2, it takes me a couple of minutes between fights to get into another fight. But on the PC, on the original variation of Dark Souls 2, it is almost instantaneous between fights, and you are using the whip sword, a nice blade. It has some solid range to it, and you still have some stamina, although I did manage to stagger you right there. I'm going to go for a parry, and I missed. If I had just a little bit more range there, I may have been able to pull something off with that. And no, my friend, my rectum is not for you. Never will be for you. Still trying to figure out what your name is. Hanoi? No. What could your name be? Oh, that's going to hurt, despite the fact that I am some... Whoa, whoa, whoa! No! No, that is just wrong. That's mean! Why are you being a mean person, my friend? We were having a nice, friendly duel, and then bam, suddenly you decided to pull out the hexes. You are a bad man. No! And once again, we have the Hollow Soldier. I'm still sure that he doesn't exactly appreciate the fact that we've committed an act of regicide, and now he's using the S-Stock, a rapier class weapon, and I somewhat despise rapiers. Excuse me, Mr. Hollow Soldier. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Hollow Soldiers in the Forest of Fallen Giants, they did not have electric on their S-Stocks. One thing I'm also going to mention, I utterly despise S-Stocks, any form of rapier weapon, as they are essentially my kryptonite. Gonna throw a hexing urn at you and dodge out of the way of your pokey. I don't want to be poked by that. Never do. And I don't know anyone who does want to be poked by a rapier, and that was a bullshit 4-hit combo. And now he's going to resort to throwing the knives instead of trying to end off the fight as we have been doing for the last minute or so. Well played, Hollow Soldier. You avenged your king. Your king would be proud. I see filthy magic. I see a legion of smurfs above his head and a blue aura. Hello there, bruh. Bro. I'm gonna call you bro. Is that a dagger in your hand? You're giving me no reason to like you, my friend. None at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy fighting mages as much as the next guy, but come on. There is a variety of weapons in this game, and you can quite easily create a mage that uses heavier weapons. As an example, I have on my PlayStation, had on my PlayStation 4 a mage that ran with the Gurm hammer, which is basically a anvil on a stick, and this guy is just going to launch testicle after testicle at me until that happens. Good fight, although I would much prefer it if the game decided to put me up against someone who decided to use a sword. You're welcome. Oh no. No. You're not Havel. Havel is not a filthy hexer. You are besmirching the great name of Havel the Rock. I will put this right. 1. You are not using the Dragon Tooth. 2. You have buffed with hexes. 3. There is a little bit of lag. 4. We're on the bridge. I ran out of things to say there, and I am just going to smush you with my Ultra Greatsword before you smush me with your buffed Hammer of Glory. Okay, this is actually rather close. I say that and then the smallest bit of lag happens. I don't think he's noticed. He has not noticed the new addition to the arena. He's burning the air, but the cage in the corner that is not usually here is not even remotely phased. Wait a minute, is the potato star coming over? No, he is not. He is checking the spawn. We are just going to have a nice relaxing minute here, and yes, in the event that he does not find me within the next 40 seconds, I am going to sing at him until he does. So I'm hoping that he actually does find me within the next 30 or so seconds, so that I am not having to sing at the glorious relative of Mr. Potato Head. Come on, Mr. Potato Head's relative, I need you to find me. I don't want to do the singing thing. Mr. Potato Head's cousin? Where did he go? I hear him swinging relentlessly at the air, but I do not see him. Ah, there he is. I think he's found me. Yes, he's found me. My friend, throwing fire at the wall is not going to solve your problems. Becoming a nice friendly cage, such as like myself, is what will resolve your problems. How are you, my friend?
Very good.
Yes, it is. I'm amazed that it took you this long to find me, if I'm completely honest. The only thing that I was doing is hiding in the corner. Now, are you going to be a reasonable Mr. Potato Head relative, or are you going to try and scorch the friendliest arena cage in the arena? You're not a very reasonable person. You deserve that for attacking the arena cage. The cage that means you no harm. And smush. That's what happens when you attack the arena cage. And now I'm the arena pot. Sphesia, why do I get the feeling that your name is kind of one of the rejected Norse gods? I mean, we've got Freya, who is a Valkyrie, and we've got a rather large amount of other Norse gods, of which I cannot at the moment pull the Norse god names out of my brain, as I am in the arena and I am here for combat. Either way, you are not Ratatoska, who is the World Tree's messenger. You're not Freya, which is a Valkyrie. You are Sphesia. You are the one Nordic goddess who was denied access to... I can't remember the name of the place where the... Okay, Ragnarok is where everyone dies. Odin's the Allfather. Thor is the son of Odin. Loki is the son of the Frost Giants, but also the trickster god. I actually saw a picture the other day. It was regarding politics. I can't remember what it said about two of those in the image, but it said Odin promised to vanquish the frost giants. Why isn't Odin the Prime Minister or the President or something along those lines? Either way, we are in the arena and I have just had a Greatsword shoved up my arse, and that was a well-timed wake-up attack, you Nordic goddess reject. Moving on. I see a buzzing sword in the distance which is buffed with Sunlight Blade. Hello my friend. Fantastic armor set, if I'm not mistaken. That is the Rose Blossom Shield, which gives you passive stamina regen and smush. Don't leave your arse open. Leaving your arse open to other people is never a good idea. It's just not pleasant for you. It might be pleasant for the other person, as they are in a rather solid vantage point, but it's never going to be enjoyable for you.